Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to this video. Today we'll be discussing the approach into Madeira, code LPMA, Lima Papa Mike Alpha, and its notorious approach. So as you can see, we're just approaching the FNU VOR. Funchal is notorious for its difficulty and features in the top 10 difficult landings throughout the world. Only 20 pilots for a BA are allowed to land here, with 200 hours on the type and a simulator session lasting around 2 hours, or line training or qualified instructor with it. In the sim, you're expected to fly via the VOR approach with engine failures, weather conditions and other difficulties. As you can see, we have just left the FNU VOR, which is the Funchal VOR, at a heading of 212 degrees. The difficulty for Funchal is that it's situated in the Atlantic, just north of the Canary Islands. This means that it's often exposed to wind. It doesn't make it any easier that the approach is constantly battered by winds rolling off the hills of Funchal. However, in 2000 the runway was extended to 2,780 metres and actually received outstanding structural awards from architects. So as you can see, on my altitudes I am holding 1,500 feet. It recommends between 800 and 1,500 feet for the approach. We're slightly high today just to maintain it. It's not windy, so we don't need to make any adjustment. At the bottom left hand corner of the ND display you can actually see the FUN VOR, the Funchal VOR. We're currently 3 DME, and at 6 DME this is where we start our turn. For this landing we have auto brake medium, and as you can see I'm just slowing down to 160 knots now, just to get us a little bit slower. Once we reach that speed we'll have to gear down all the other rest of that stuff. We're on a heading of 212 still, and the QNH 1020 here in Funchal. British Airways only started this route a few months ago, back in April or May at that time this year, and we're flying Speedbird 2780 from Gatwick today, and we'll be conducting a return flight shortly. We are putting the gear down now and the flaps to 2 L3 just to slow us down for the final approach speed. We're 160 knots now. As you can see we have a light westerly wind at 5 knots. We're putting the gear to full now, fully stabilised for the approach, and we take autopilot here. As you can see I'm at 6 DME. We will conduct our first turn now towards the banana shed situated on the coast. You'll be able to see this by looking out, and beforehand I did look out in this video. Now the difficulty in Funchal is not only the weather but the terrain. The terrain actually gets very close, and I should have had the terrain radar on it, because it's visual will be okay. So as you can see, just where that bridge is, there's some banana sheds where that terrain is up.
Speed.
As you can see, I'm just looking to see where that is, and due to the slowing down of the Airbus, we're just in that tight turn, so the engine power has just gone up a little bit to maintain that turn. So now we're at our final approach speed. We're fully configured for landing, which is recommended before completing the turn. And as you can see, we're now just heading towards some banana sheds. There's a small piece of coastline between the two, and between this is where we complete our final turn. Please note that you may have to make an adjustment due to the crosswinds. However, today we had none and actually ended up with a tailwind on the final approach.
Minimum.
This was light enough to continue. Please ignore the slight scenery issue where the water seemed to go up on the terrain. This should not have happened and wouldn't be there in real life. As you can see, we're just hugging the coastline to stick to that. Ideally you want to stay within the sort of boundaries of getting close. As you can see, I'm just going to make a slight adjustment and roll out slightly late because that 11 knot crosswind, which was
500.
just on the final approach a little bit more, but as you can see we end up getting a bit higher on point.
500.
Flipping land! Stupid.
And unfortunately my brother caused a few problems, so apologies for that part.
400.
So here we can see we're on the final approach. We're fully configured like I said, and we're
300.
the Pappies.
100.
And please note a few scenery
70,
issues as we land.
60, 50, 40,
So now we come into land.
30, 20. Retard. Retard.
As you can notice,
5.
the wind is quite variable, so we have a few corrections. And there we go, touchdown. And there's a senior issue here, so please ignore
5.
the so there we go. Now, thank you for watching our approach video from Ben Rourke from Breed in these videos. I really hope you enjoyed your video, and I hope that you have a very nice visit to Funchal, whether it's real life or whether you're going to try out the approach in real life or on flights. I'm no expert, and my aim was just to help flight sim enthusiasts wishing for their flight to Funchal in the Airbus A320 Series A. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a lovely week, weekend, or whenever you watch the video. My name is Ben, over and out. Thank you.